Oh, aren't you the adventurer who was emissary at Green Bliss? To be chosen for the role is a great honor, and doubly so if you're not forest-born. The Elder Seed Seer doubtless sees great things in you.
How good it is to see you again, dear adventurer. You haven't forgotten me since last we met, I hope. It's me, Amh Garanjy. And may I say you've come at a most opportune moment. You see, we are planning some truly extraordinary festivities this year, but are presently short-handed.
It's no good, celebrant. We will require the aid of an adventurer after all. Oh. Dare I say she is an adventurer, and you have already made the arrangements?
Allow me to introduce Associate Professor Lawrenson of the Studium in Charleon. His are the festivities for which I am hoping to secure your assistance.
Lawrenson, Faculty of Folklore. Delighted, I'm sure. Without further ado, then, I shall test your knowledge of the season. First question, what creature symbolizes the Starlight Celebration? For your information, it is pronounced Yeti, not Ueet. Regardless, why on earth would such a savage creature symbolize the Starlight Celebration? The correct answer is reindeer. From gifts to garb, starlight paraphernalia is often emblazoned with or designed in the image of these noble creatures. Now, for my second question, when did the Starlight Celebration begin to make use of this symbolism?
When? You mean to say it was not always so?
No indeed. Any mention of reindeer is conspicuously absent from the tale which inspired the celebration. Thus did I take it upon myself to delve into the truth of the matter. And after many a moon-scouring literature, I discovered telling testimony in an ancient Ishgardian tome, which spoke of reindeer that amused younglings with delightful illusions. It was this spectacular act that earned reindeer their starlight celebrity, I posit. And in order to prove my theory, I have journeyed to Gridania this starlight celebration, with this trusty fellow, Blitzen.
Oh. So Blitzen can use reindeer magics.
Yes, Blitzen is of a rare lineage, one that weaves illusions as a defense against predators. We have been keeping him under our care in Labyrinthos while conducting research on his abilities. It is my belief that Blitzen can trace his ancestry back to the reindeer who delighted children with illusions in the Ishgardian tome. And I intend to have him do the very same for the children of Eorzea, confirming history by recreating it, as it were. You see, no matter how much I urged him back in Charleon, Blitzen refused to produce child-pleasing illusions. But in Eorzea, where it all began with his noble ancestors, I dare to hope that he will be suitably inspired.
I welcome anything that will bring cheer to our sweet children. My duties bind me here, but I believe our adventurer friend will prove a most capable assistant.
Indeed, your cheery disposition tells me you are the perfect candidate for the task I have in store. Can I count on your cooperation? Splendid. I thank you, as will posterity, I'm sure. Now then, your role is a simple yet crucial one: round up the children who will witness Blitzen create his illusion. I shall be at Abe Falls, making the necessary preparations. Good luck, and I will see you again anon.
Perhaps you can begin your search along the path from the markets to the Lancers Guild. I dare say a few younglings will be out gazing at the shops and decorations.
There's a magical reindeer that can create illusions. Amazing. I've just finished my chores, so I'll head over at once.
Oh. I was told to buy a starlight cake and hurry home. Sorry.
There's going to be illusions? That sounds like fun and all, but I promised my mom I'd help her put up decorations. Sorry.
Welcome back, Khetto. How fare you in your travels? The sightseeing log I entrusted to you is a compendium of the most stirring sights to be seen in Eorzea, as described to me by those I have met in my travels across the realm. I have made it a personal quest of mine to see all the wonders our realm has to offer, and would encourage you to do the same. Should you be so inclined, pray return to me when your travels are done. I would like nothing more than to share impressions with a fellow sensitive soul. I see that your explorations have led you to my cousin Kester. Oft he would regale me of the many sights and splendors of Ishgard. Oh, to think that you have journeyed there to gaze upon such wonders with your own eyes. Kester's notes tend to be terse, and you may find them more difficult to follow than my own. Do not let that discourage you, however, if the vistas he has found are even half as magnificent as his tales make them out to be, it will be more than worth the effort to seek them out. Well now, to think that you have also met Uncle Alger. There is no hiding his passion for foreign lands and their cultures, and I've no doubt that such sights as he has noted in your log will be well worth the seeking.
From the impressions recorded in your sightseeing log, identify and seek out the locations described. Note that certain sites may only be properly appreciated at a given time of day, or under ideal weather conditions. Perform the designated mode while taking in the sights, and the entry for the corresponding vista will be marked off. Go forth and see Eorzea, as few have ever seen her before. Ah, you are returned. I trust a gaggle of rosy-cheeked younglings will be arriving shortly. Only this one. This is precisely the problem with today's youth, no concept of scholarship or the virtues of academic inquiry. I suppose this single ragamuffin will suffice. For the purposes of proof, the number of children isn't consequential, after all. Blitzen. The season of lights is in full glow, and a child stands expectant before you. Hearken unto the spirit of your ancestors, and bring forth your delightful illusions. Come now, Blitzen. Is this not the Starlight Celebration? And is that not a child, wide-eyed and innocent? Ah, that's just a normal reindeer. The baby Yeti from last year was much better. Oh well. Wait. Don't leave, I beseech you. There are crucial discoveries to be made in the name of folklore, for which your assistance is paramount. That did not go as I hoped. What am I to do now? Forgive me, but I need a moment to collect myself. Amidst the calm of the great loam grow perhaps. I shall return once my thoughts are clear. You wait patiently, but Lawrenson does not return. Perhaps you should search for him.
We learn much by tending the gardens, not only about plants, but ourselves as well. As we help the plants to grow, so too do they help us.
Oh, it's you. It seems I've been here rather longer than I thought. My apologies. I have been pondering my dilemma, but I believe I have identified the root of the problem. The children of Gridania are insufficient for my purposes. The original testimony was Ishgardian, after all, meaning that it is Ishgardian children I require. I was a fool to consider proving my theory anywhere else. You are familiar with Ishgard, are you not? Would you be willing to continue assisting me there? What do you mean? Apart from the testing site, what could possibly, oh? Blitzen. Where did you go? Blitzen. Blitzen. I can't find Blitzen anywhere. Where could he have gone? Gar, so absorbed was I in my thoughts, I must have left him somewhere. The gods know he can't bear being alone. Oh, he must be so frightened right now. I must find him. Must find my dear boy. Oh, Blitzen. Where could he have gone? Lawrenson is in a state of distress. Try to soothe his nerves. What am I doing? Blitzen needs me, and yet here I am, a blubbing mess. My apologies for subjecting you to such undignified behavior. Unforeseen circumstances have a tendency of rattling my nerves, but I am well now thanks to you. I shall go and search for Blitzen at once. May I count on your cooperation once more? My heartfelt thanks. For now, let us focus our search within the city. If you could make inquiries in the direction of Khetto's Amphitheatre, I shall retrace our steps back to Akalu Falls. Quickly, now.
We conjurers are by no means all-powerful. It is only with the aid of others that we may begin to achieve our true potential.
Those conjurers are something, aren't they? Healing the sick, and communion with those elementals and such. Truly amazing. Don't suppose you could tell me what an elemental is now, could you?
A reindeer? Why, yes, I saw it go dashing through the snow towards Khetto's Amphitheatre.
A reindeer, you say? As a matter of fact, one went trotting by the amphitheater and down the lane not long ago. Perfection. Absolute perfection. The very incarnation of crystalline beauty. Oh, were you speaking to me? Reindeer? I can't say that I did. transfixed to this frozen masterpiece as I was. I vaguely recall having heard some clopping noises passing behind me, though. Must have been something of the sort.
Oh, adventurer. Have you had any luck in locating Blitzen? Where have you been? I have been running myself ragged in search of you. Blitzen. Why do you pray so?
Why, to summon me, of course. Ho ho ho.
And you are?
I am the Saint of Nymaya, and I have come at our antlered friend's behest to lead your misguided soul unto the soothing bosom of the Starlight Celebration. I will ask you plainly, young scholar, do you understand why you were unable to coax forth the legendary twinkling of this reindeer's magics?
I.
So you do not know. Fortunately for you, naught escapes the Saint of Nymaya's all-seeing eyes. You see it too, do you not? The reason why our scholarly friend failed?
What? Of course I haven't lost sight. All know that the Starlight Celebration is age-old for the benefit of the children.
So you finally understand. Indeed, the Starlight Celebration exists for the good children of the realm. This, our antlered friend knows well. But you, my scholarly friend, you were so obsessed with your work that you could only see the children as a means to prove your theory. Is it any wonder, then, that Blitzen was not minded to oblige your demands?
It is as you say, good saint. Respecting the customs one seeks to understand is basic folklorist filed work. I shame my profession in forgetting it. Poor. My thanks for comforting me, my friend. And my apologies for ignoring your feelings.
Ho ho ho. It seems my job here is done. I leave this man and this reindeer in your capable hands, adventurer. Happy starlight to all, and to all a good night.
Right, there isn't a moment to lose. Let us resume our research, forgive me. Force of habit, Let us resume our celebration of this wondrous season by bringing joy and happiness to children.
Wah 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 wah. I want my mummy.
That cry of distress. It comes from the other side of the Aetherite Plaza. Come, my friends. Oh dear, what does one do at a time like this? Whimper not, little one. All shall be well. Whoa.
Wah 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 wah. I want my mummy.
Oh dear. Distraught as she is, how are we to learn what ails her? We need to settle her somehow. With sweets, perhaps, or toys. Whoa.
Ooh. How pretty.
Well done, Blitzen. Well done. Now we may ask after the source of her woes. Whoa. Greetings, little one. Tell me, what is it that troubles you?
Well, me and Mummy were on our way to the markets. But suddenly she wasn't there, and I got scared.
I see. I expect that your mother is still nearby. In which case... Is anyone missing a child? We have a lost child in search of her mother.
Oh, there you are. Thank goodness. Mummy. You were there, then suddenly you were gone. I was so scared. Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetling. I'm here now. Thank you so much for looking after my daughter, sir. Thank you, sir. And you too, Mr. Reindeer. Those shiny presents were really pretty.
What? Oh, right. I suppose Blitzen just proved my theory, didn't he? I was too concerned with helping the little one to notice. Well, I shan't complain. Seeing as we've fulfilled our objective, shall we report back to Amh Garanjy?
Welcome back, everyone. How did you fare in the end?
Very well, I'm pleased to say. We managed to reunite a lost child with her mother, and for a happy side benefit, succeeded in proving my theory.
My, the three of you have been busy indeed. Thank you for your help, adventurer.
Allow me to offer my gratitude as well. Were it not for you, I would have remained blind to what is truly important. Whoa.
Saying thanks as well, are you? But it seems to me you played as important a role as any today, Blitzen. You are as dependable a little helper as I have ever known. It's curious, though. At first he seemed wholly unmotivated to act, but then showed the illusion of his own volition. What do you suppose inspired his change of heart?
I believe the answer is concern. In the beginning, he could tell that I held none for the children, and sought only academic satisfaction. Pure of heart as he is, how could Blitzen be moved to assist me? However, when he sensed that the concern I held for that crying child was genuine, he no longer felt resistance to using his powers.
Blitzen sounds like quite the intuitive fellow.
Reindeer generally are. As herd animals, they are accustomed to sensing even the slightest shift in feeling or intent. And this is but another theory, but I suspect that Blitzen's ancestors conjured their illusions in response to the feelings of love and kindness they sensed in the people around them. Such reindeer were far more plentiful back then, some were even domesticated to pull sleighs. No doubt younglings had ample opportunity to witness the same spectacular illusions we now find so precious.
It is truly unfortunate that Blitzen's kin have so declined in number. But I will cherish their invaluable contribution to the Starlight Celebration. Thank you for sharing this fascinating history with us.
If I was able to impart even a modicum of the passion I feel towards my subject, I will count myself very blessed indeed. Ah, but that reminds me. There is one last task for which I would appreciate your assistance. To wit, sharing Blitzen's miraculous illusions, and the joy they inspire, with as many children as we can find.
Speaking in the true spirit of Starlight, Lawrenson. I dare say you'll be a little helper yet.
Speak with Lawrenson to accompany him on a special Starlight Celebration mission. Who knows what familiar faces you might encounter. You will accompany us, then. My thanks. Our task is simple. We shall take Blitzen on a tour of Gridania, and delight the children we meet with his marvelous illusions. While little helpers will be distributing presents of a more tangible nature, I believe that Blitzen's glamour will perfectly set the tone for such gift-giving. Being a visitor to this city, however, I am not certain where to seek out children. May I trust you to guide us to them? Marvelous. Without further ado, then, where shall we head first? Very well. Let us go and spread some starlight cheer.
Wow, a real reindeer. I've only ever read about them before.
Go on, Blitzen. Show us your spectacular glamour.
Amazing. Indeed, much like the scent of freshly hewn cedar. Happy Starlight, youngling. We, the Saint's little helpers, have come bearing gifts one can touch as well as see.
We hope you like it.
Hunks of wood? It is a lumber set, child. Comprised of the finest selection of timber the forest has to share. You have your soft-grained maple, some supple ash, a stern oak. Cannot you hear the symphony? No, not really.
Those are building blocks, my dear. Made especially for you by the Carpenters Guild.
Oh. I love blocks. Thank you, little helpers. Curious that he should appreciate blocks over fine cross-sections of lumber. Puzzling indeed.
Khetto time. What a pleasant surprise. As you can see, the Botanists and Carpenters Guilds are working together for this year's celebration, with the Guild Masters volunteering to be little helpers. Our gifts are a joint effort. Beatin's people at the Carpenters Guild made some beautiful blocks out of the wood my botanists gathered while tending the forest. I hope these toys sow the seeds of inspiration within the hearts of our younglings, that they might grow up embracing nature. But enough of my vegetation metaphors, we have presents to distribute. Come, Timbermaster. More children await.
Indeed. And let us use that blocks jest from earlier, it seemed rather effective.
Well, that went splendidly, wouldn't you say? The little helpers appearing when they did only added to the children's enjoyment. And last but not least, Blitzen played his part to perfection. We shall take a well-earned rest, but we would welcome your assistance again should you feel like going on another tour.
Thank you for delivering smiles to all the sweet children of Gridania. I hope you will continue to help the professor spread joy this starlight season.
You will accompany us, then. My thanks. Our task is simple. We shall take Blitzen on a tour of Gridania, and delight the children we meet with his marvelous illusions. While little helpers will be distributing presents of a more tangible nature, I believe that Blitzen's glamour will perfectly set the tone for such gift-giving. Being a visitor to this city, however, I am not certain where to seek out children. May I trust you to guide us to them? Marvelous. Without further ado, then, where shall we head first? Very well. Let us go and spread some starlight cheer.
Oh, hello. This is my first time meeting a reindeer. Is he friendly?
Go on, Blitzen. Show us your spectacular glamour.
Wow. It's beautiful.
Happy Starlight, my dear. I have a gift for you from the saint. Perhaps not as sensational as that reindeer's trick, but these will last longer.
Leather accessories. I love them. Thank you so much, little helper.
HMPH, darling little thing. I trust you are fulfilling your starlight duties with the diligence expected of you. I too have volunteered my services this year. I thought it only right, seeing how much my own little ones delight in the season. 'Tis remarkable how a child's smile can warm the heart. An infectious joy if there ever was one. Anyway, I must be off. Enjoy the rest of the festivities.
Well, that went splendidly, wouldn't you say? The little helpers appearing when they did only added to the children's enjoyment. And last but not least, Blitzen played his part to perfection. We shall take a well-earned rest, but we would welcome your assistance again should you feel like going on another tour. You will accompany us, then. My thanks. Our task is simple. We shall take Blitzen on a tour of Gridania, and delight the children we meet with his marvelous illusions. While little helpers will be distributing presents of a more tangible nature, I believe that Blitzen's glamour will perfectly set the tone for such gift-giving. Being a visitor to this city, however, I am not certain where to seek out children. May I trust you to guide us to them? Marvelous. Without further ado, then, where shall we head first? Very well. Let us go and spread some starlight cheer.
Wow. Reindeer are massive. Look at him. He's massive.
Go on, Blitzen. Show us your spectacular glamour.
Why not? That's incredible. Happy Starlight, my child. This little helper has arrived with a very special gift. Cookies? My favorite. Thank you, little helper. I'm going to go and share them with my friends.
Well, if it isn't Khetto time. Lending your assistance to the Starlight Celebration. As you can see, the Carline Canopy is also participating in the festivities this year. Our establishment has adopted the Starlight spirit, with a special children's menu in addition to festive decorations. 'Tis the season, after all. Now, while I would love to stay and chat, I must be off. These cookies won't deliver themselves. I look forward to seeing you again at the canopy.
Well, that went splendidly, wouldn't you say? The little helpers appearing when they did only added to the children's enjoyment. And last but not least, Blitzen played his part to perfection. We shall take a well-earned rest, but we would welcome your assistance again should you feel like going on another tour. You will accompany us, then. My thanks. Our task is simple. We shall take Blitzen on a tour of Gridania, and delight the children we meet with his marvelous illusions. While little helpers will be distributing presents of a more tangible nature, I believe that Blitzen's glamour will perfectly set the tone for such gift-giving. Being a visitor to this city, however, I am not certain where to seek out children. May I trust you to guide us to them? Marvelous. Without further ado, then, where shall we head first? Very well. Let us go and spread some starlight cheer.
Why, good evening, Mr. Reindeer. You have quite an adorable face and snuffly nose at that.
Go on, Blitzen. Show us your spectacular glamour.
What a marvelous spectacle. You're truly amazing, Mr. Reindeer.
Forgive me for interrupting your delight, sweet child, but this little helper comes bearing a gift from the north.
Amh Guardian coat. Oh, how lovely and warm. I shall treasure it, little helper. Thank you with all my heart.
What a pleasant surprise to meet you here, my friend. You are lending your capable hand to the observances, I take it? As a citizen of Starlight's birthplace, I felt compelled to volunteer my services in some way, however small. And thus I seem to have become a little helper. While 'twas an audience with the LDR seed seer that called me here initially, I am glad for the opportunity to bear witness to the bright smiles of Gridania's children. Ah, but I mustn't dally, many gifts still want for delivery. Till we meet again.
Well, that went splendidly, wouldn't you say? The little helpers appearing when they did only added to the children's enjoyment. And last but not least, Blitzen played his part to perfection. We shall take a well-earned rest, but we would welcome your assistance again should you feel like going on another tour. You will accompany us, then. My thanks. Our task is simple. We shall take Blitzen on a tour of Gridania, and delight the children we meet with his marvelous illusions. While little helpers will be distributing presents of a more tangible nature, I believe that Blitzen's glamour will perfectly set the tone for such gift-giving. Being a visitor to this city, however, I am not certain where to seek out children. May I trust you to guide us to them? Marvelous. Without further ado, then, where shall we head first? Very well. Let us go and spread some starlight cheer.
I had no idea reindeer were so big.
Go on, Blitzen. Show us your spectacular glamour.
Oh my. It's so sparkly.
Starlight greetings, you adorable little moppet. I am one of the saint's little helpers, and I have a real sparkling present for you. Here you go.
A lovely doll, with such pretty eyes. Thank you, little helper.
Ha, is that what passes as a gift for you lace wearers?
Ruffian. What are you doing here? Delivering proper presents, what else? Here's yours, little one. Enjoy it, now.
A little frippan, with such adorable forks and spoons. Thank you, little helper.
Hat. See. A present that represents the glory and traditions of Lim Salomon's peerless culinary history. More thoughtful by far than some half-baked doll from some half-baked noble. Take that back. Make me. I will not stoop to your level.
I'll enjoy playing house with the lovely doll and adorable silverware. Thank you, little helpers.
Well, that's a happy Starlight, then. Quite.
Well, that went splendidly, wouldn't you say? The little helpers appearing when they did only added to the children's enjoyment. And last but not least, Blitzen played his part to perfection. We shall take a well-earned rest, but we would welcome your assistance again should you feel like going on another tour.